What's up, sports fans, and welcome back to Talk Culotta, presented by Krewe Media. And the show starts right now.
At Deveraux LLC, we have the privilege of representing victims and survivors that are oftentimes involved in catastrophic incidents that affect their lives.
If anyone looking for a personal and loving relationship with law, I would choose their law.
At Deveraux, our goal is to turn victims into victors.
Before you buy your next hat or t-shirt, ask yourself, is it comfortable? Does it represent who I am or where I come from? And when you tell yourself, no, buddy, if that's what you call yourself, I want you to visit codedcollection.com, the official merchandise of Talk Culotta and of Krewe Media. If you're from New Orleans and you don't have 504 merch from Coded Collection or from the Black and Gold shop, I don't want to see you again until you do. Go to codedcollection.com and use the code Culotta10 for 10% off. Live from the Krewe Media studios here on Magazine Street. Today is Wednesday. This is Talk Culotta, and we are with NOLA Gold rugby head coach Kane Thompson, scrum half Deveraux Ferris, and assistant coach Taylor Howden. How we doing, boys?
Very good. Very good.
First podcast, yes?
Bet it is.
All right. So tell me, first of all, I'll start with Coach Kane here. And you're not allowed to just defer questions over to Taylor. All right. First off, you just had media day, and you have a preseason game this past weekend, and you have the home opener, the season opener on Saturday. What is the most interesting question you've received about your squad this year?
The most interesting question. Jeez, tough one first up, eh?
Yeah.
I suppose it's just mainly based around, not too interesting, just about the experience that we've got in the team. A lot of internationals throughout the NOLA Gold team, and we're primarily an American. We've only got 6 foreigners on our team, so
right.
A lot of American eligible players and a lot of Eagles. So we're looking forward to those boys that are stepping up and taking a big leadership within our team. So the excitement around our team, I think, is growing a lot with those players playing on the international stage.
And all you guys are born in New Zealand, correct?
Yeah.
Break down for me kind of your rugby background, what teams you've played for, or how you ended up here on the NOLA Gold team. We'll start with you, Deveraux.
Grew up in Auckland, New Zealand. Played rugby all my life. As people know, it's the biggest sport we have over there. So, grew up playing rugby over there. As soon as I moved to America, played a little bit of club rugby on the West Coast in California. And then was lucky enough to get a contract with San Diego Legion in 2020. And then moved to Seattle, played for Seattle Seawolves last year, and then luckily enough found my way down to the Bayou down here. So that's pretty much my American rugby career. Also been privileged enough to represent the USA Eagles against Samoa. So that's probably one of my proudest rugby moments of my career. So.
That's awesome. How many Eagles do we have on the team? If you had to guess.
6 or 7, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, roundabout. Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah, so we had, I think, 5 in last year who represented the Eagles. So.
Beautiful. Taylor, you came from Houston. What were you doing in that god-awful city?
I did come from Houston, but before that, I actually spent 2 years here in NOLA. So this is somewhat of a homecoming, I suppose, to start my coaching career. So, I did 2 years, the first 2 years of the Major League Rugby competition here in New Orleans. And then I moved to Houston for 2 years to be a little bit closer to family. I've got a young son myself, so my parents live in Houston, so that was kind of a bit of an easier transition. And now that the playing days are over, an opportunity arose here, and I jumped on it. Yeah.
Would you compare New Orleans to like the NOLA Golden Ale beer, and you would compare Houston to like the worst, cheapest possible gas station beer?
I don't really compare the two cities too much. Yeah, I like them both, but New Orleans is a great place. I was really happy to come back.
I'm not trying to get you to bash Houston. Actually, no, I am. Kane, I have a little video here because as you walked into the studio and as I saw you at the NOLA Golden Ale announcement at Port Orleans. If you don't know, for those listening live, watching live, or listening on your podcast apps, wherever you get your podcasts after the fact, NOLA Gold now has its own beer. Yeah,
They do. Yeah.
And it was announced at Port Orleans, and I saw Kane there, and I saw Kane here, and then I saw Kane in this video, and I was like, first of all, this man's still in pretty good shape, but he was massive in this video. Take a look here. All right. You're like, what is he going to play?
And all of a sudden, the United States find themselves under quite a lot of pressure again. Little dummy run there. That looked a little bit forward. It goes back to the big man, Kane Thompson, who scores underneath the post. And that was a concerted bit of play by Samoa. And the United States, for the last minute and a half or so, have just been on the back foot all the time. So the men in blue get another try. Good ball.
Well, a brilliant piece of running again. It was the wee man, Sapola, at fly half. Little sure of the ball. Just too much pace. And then good inside pass there to Kane Thompson. And you kind of wonder what a big second row is doing as a support runner there, first receiver. But lovely inside pass. American defense just checked slightly there.
All right, there's two things I like about this video. One, it's Samoa versus America. Two, I like how the play-by-play guy is very descriptive of the type of player, the wee man and the big man. All right, so break down for me kind of just or for those not so informative rugby fans, right? A lot of people in New Orleans are still learning the sport, comparing it to football, trying to understand the positions and everything like that. But break down for me just what that moment was like in particular, as he calls you the big man, Kane Thompson.
The big man. Yeah, I mean, rugby's a sport for all sizes, all shapes. You got the big boys up front. You got the taller guys, which usually I am. They get lifted up in the air, and you got the fast ones out wide who get all the glory and usually score those tries. That was the fat man's line up the middle. Just hanging on the inside for those little scraps on the inside, and luckily enough to take an inside ball. The hard work was done on the outside, and I was just lucky to be on the end of it. So that was, yeah, it's good to get a win versus America. Just talking to Dev before this about his cap versus Samoa. They actually beat them in 2018 in Spain. So it's good seeing that. You know,
one thing I like to do at the beginning of these podcasts, especially to show some love to those who hop on and post a comment. Y'all know a guy by the name of Rob Hammerschmidt?
Yep.
Okay.
Rob's a NOLA Gold supporter out of Chicago.
Okay, so Rob posted a comment here. How will Taylor and Carlos split the backline coaching duties?
Yeah.
they've been all over it so far, so been doing a good job.
Rob's a great question. But obviously Carlos is King Carlos. Most people know. So I'll just be learning a bit from him and offering my input where I can. And I mean, I learned a lot from him so far in 2 weeks that he's been here. But it's great to have him on board and great to have him around the guys. He's very detail oriented. And he's a great coach. So
Rob asked another question. Was there any truth to the rumor that Kane and Taylor Howden tied to St. Louis? I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about either, actually.
All right. Moving right along. Bridget R said, fire Kane. I guess you're fire, bro.
Jeez, that was a short stint.
So Deveraux, talk to me about your ability to play scrum half, and as you kind of look forward to Saturday's season opener, right? Who do you expect to kind of step up for the team, early in the game, and talk about, I guess, your fellow scrum halves?
Yeah. So, luckily, I mean, we have a few scrum halves this year, luckily enough. So got myself, Damian Stevens, then we have a young rookie, Christian Alvarez as well. So we have a little bit of competition there, which we've been really competing at trainings. But I mean, across the board, we have guys that have the ability to step up any game, right? So we're really looking forward to like Kano said before, we have a lot of young domestic guys that want to put their hands up for higher honors. So being kind of new to New Orleans and NOLA Gold, I'm really looking forward to seeing who really shows up in these first few home games. So we got a really mobile forward pack that are fit and like to get around the field. We like to play a lot of ball in hand, so a lot of attacking rugby. So hopefully we get to score a lot of tries, which the fans will love to see. But I mean, going into this first game, we're just excited. We're really excited to see how we go, but at the same time, we're really excited to show our NOLA Gold fans what we've been working on this preseason. So.
In an article I read recently, it was back when Major League Rugby was just starting. And how many years are we along now?
Fair enough, fifth year.
This is fifth year. So after about the second year, it was explaining how incredible this is just to bring all these athletes from across the world, right, to the United States to play Major League Rugby. And one of the lines was, Major League Rugby's clubs will field players from more than 20 countries. In that particular weekend, top athletes from United States, Canada will play along South American, Pacific Island, Europe, players from Europe, South Africa, Australia, New Zealand, and more. And then it added a line that said, among the North American rugby mainstays are USA Eagle number 8, Cam Dolan. And I keep hearing about this guy. I mean, no, I'm joking. I know who he is, but just from your perspective as a teammate, talk about who Cam Dolan is, inside and outside the locker room.
Make it short, please.
For a while.
Yeah. He's a bit of a character. No, he's a great leader. He's a great leader in our team. He's a great leader. And the Eagles setup as well. So no, we're very lucky to have him. I know the boys are going to give me a bit of crap for saying that, but he's an awesome teammate. He cares a lot about his teammates and NOLA Gold as a whole, from staff to fans to everyone in between. So he's an awesome person, very very skillful rugby player. He's played in Europe. I think he's got at least 50 caps for USA now, so he's quite a tested veteran. So we're very very lucky to have a leader like that in our team.
Awesome. Dan Falcon has a question for you, Kane. What were a few positives and negatives that stood out to the coaches during the preseason match?
Positives. It was just getting out there and just in our game plan and our shape, and obviously we're a little bit rusty in terms of our execution at times, and have to be a little bit more physical. There's no doubt there. We lost a few of those close in battles, so we've talked about that as a team. But first preseason match, I think it was just good to get a head out and get some combinations going, and I think there's a lot of positive signs and a lot of pictures that we saw that we have to obviously execute a lot better.
This is your first year back from Houston, right?
Yep.
And you were here as a player.
Yep.
Okay. So what's the biggest difference? Not so much from Houston and New Orleans, because I already tried to get you to compare the two. What's the biggest difference in let's say, fan base in New England to a fan base in New Orleans, and just the vibe, the spirit, of New Orleans fans?
Yeah, I can answer that easily. I can't really speak for New England. I actually never been to New England. Never been to Boston or anywhere up in that area.
Right.
But what I can say about the fans in New Orleans is they make you feel at home, like all the way down to the fact guys like DJ Latham who will write on Facebook as a comment to a signed player, he'll write "Welcome home," and he'll put "home" in capital letters. But it doesn't just stop at the words. They back it up. They invite you over for crawfish boils and invite you over to meet the family, and they hang out with you and they care about you. And the fan base in New Orleans is from where I've been around the Major League Rugby cities and playing in stadiums, I don't think anything competes to New Orleans fans. Just the way that they get behind the players, the team. We got second line at the stadium every weekend. We got guys dressing up. We've got fans that bring their families, all their families to the game. I mean, it's an awesome environment to be a part of. So them getting behind us gives us a little bit of extra juice, to go out and play well.
You pumped about Mardi Gras?
Pumped about Mardi Gras? Yeah, pretty pumped about Mardi Gras. I don't think I'll be here though, but
no. You guys?
Oh yeah,
you'll be here.
Yeah, it's my first time, so
you'll be here.
I'll be here.
All right. I'm riding in Toth. Do y'all know what that is? It's one of the parades.
Yeah.
All right. So you'll have to.
Where does that go down? Down Magazine Street or? St. Charles.
St. Charles. Yeah.
St. Charles.
Yeah. It's one of the uptown parades. So
Kane's been in a parade.
Have you? Which one?
He's in what year was it?
Krewe was
it? in budgies. You know what budgies are? Budgie smugglers?
Like speedos.
Little small.
Oh,
tight
no
speedos.
way. You were one of those guys. You don't want to talk about this, do you?
That was my playing days. Yeah, I might have had to roll the dice, and one of them was to put on a pair of budgies for the parades and walk down. So
gotcha.
It's a cold day that day.
Talk to me about this, because this is very intriguing, right? In American sports, it's not as often, right, to have a guy who played on a team become the head coach of that team, right after. Talk about just like that transition, right, of putting on the coach cap, right, and becoming even more of a leader of a team than you were as just a player.
Yeah, it's been a little bit of a transition. This is my fourth year coming into with NOLA Gold. First year completely as a player. I was at the twilight end of my career when I came over here, so pretty much retired. And Cam Falcon, who I played with and coached in New Zealand, obviously his father Tim Falcon is the owner of the club, so he sent me out a message asking me to come over and see what it's all about.
Yeah,
I jumped at the opportunity and obviously played. So obviously built relationships with the players. The next couple of years, I was in that transition between coaching and playing. So more on the coaching side of things. So it's been a slow transition. And obviously last year, even with a lot of internationals out and injuries, had to put the boots back on, which was a little bit interesting. So they're trying to coach and get the boots on in the same training,
right,
which it was a little bit difficult, but still a bit of fun. But the boots are definitely off. I'm not sure about Taylor. Said he's hung his up. He might be needed at some stage in the season, mate. So make sure you're getting that training in. But yeah, that's been good. Well, obviously, it changes a little bit, but I mean, there's a good respect between me and the players. And when we're out of training, it's a little bit different. But when training's on, the respect is there, and the boys have been very reactive to the role that I've taken. So it's been good.
Awesome. All right. This is a question you can or cannot answer because it's very specific. And I don't know if you're the type of coach who reveals your starting lineup or whatever, but here's the question. With 3 key backline players out with injuries last year, Feeks, Elof, and Coleman, who will play 10?
Well, that's an easy question to defer because, as we know, I'm the forwards coach.
Okay.
So those backs they're under the control of Taylor and Carlos.
Who's asked that question?
Rob Hammerschmidt.
Of course it was Rob. Putting the pressure on in the Chicago.
Well, he said who will play 10, and he said where will they slot in?
Well, the three players he's talking about obviously have come off of big injuries. Actually, they've all come off the same injury. So torn ligaments in their knees. And, and I guess if we want to talk about positives from our last preseason game, it was...
You're deferring the
it was,
no, I'm just joking.
Nick and JP got to play their first game since I think October of 2020.
Yeah.
So it's been a long time since they played rugby. But they've slotted into practice well. Robbie's obviously a veteran of the game. He's played Super Rugby. He's got experience. And he's a good commander of the game. And we talk about on Tuesdays being a day for competition and training. So guys that are sitting on the fringe, guys that trying to work their way into the squad, they get a real opportunity on a Tuesday to compete. And oftentimes you don't really have that around squads. So it's an ongoing conversation between Carlos and myself, and all three of them will probably play a part sometime this season. But we'll wait till we reveal the team for those guys for the public to know where those players will fit in.
Absolutely. Rob, no more specific questions. All right, bro. No, I'm just joking. Ask as many as you want. So I want to remind everybody, if you haven't gotten your tickets for the season opener, and you're trying to get into rugby, you're trying to learn about rugby, we need to pack this damn stadium on Saturday night. All right. Kickoff is 8 p.m.
Correct.
Is that the correct term? Kickoff?
Kickoff, yep.
It is.
All right. That's what I thought. Season as well as individual game tickets and group ticket packages are available by calling 504-507-8429. Again, that's 504-507-8429, or by visiting nolagoldrugby.com. Please get your tickets. Bring the fam, bring the crew, bring the boys, bring the girls. It's going to be a party on Saturday night. And we're looking for a win. What do y'all know about our opponents?
Oh, Free Jacks. Very physical team. Play a great brand of rugby as well. They're definitely going to test us up front. That's where they're going to attack. They've got a great line out, set piece, driving maul, and backs that like to play rugby. So they're going to test us in every area of the field, and we're going to be ready for it.
The New England Free Jacks. What do you know about these guys?
Some of the stuff. I mean, I've got a pretty heavy New Zealand influence in their team, along with a new head coach who comes from South Africa, who took it a bottom of the table team and took them to the top. So they'll probably like to play. They like to play rugby and test our defence. They've got a player I played with on the wing who arguably one of the better wingers in the competition last year. And he's playing for them. I think they'll bring as Kane said, they'll bring physicality. They like to be physical at the breakdown. They like to get involved in the breakdown a lot. And I think it'll be a good rugby match, especially for fans, particularly fans that want to get out and try a game. This one's a really, really good one.
Yeah, we're hoping for good weather. Lala here in the studio asked, is anyone here a hooker?
We actually had a French coach over with us, and we were going through the front row coach Dino Waldron was talking what's hooker. So he's got the little translation now, hooker, and the French. No, I think you're wrong. He's like, no, this is it here, hooker.
Like just how to say the position.
Yeah, and obviously the translation wasn't quite right.
Right.
But,
Yeah.
you get that quite a lot in rugby with that position, but no hookers out of the three of us.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Just so you know, we're not talking about prostitutes. We're talking about the position on the rugby team. Deveraux, do you have any pregame, or does any of the teammates have any kind of like just pregame, traditions, or lucky kind of, athletes have their good luck charms, their lucky sock, their whatever it is, or some people tie their shoes differently, whatever it may be. Do you in particular have something like that before a game on Saturday, or does the team do anything special or specific as far as a huddle goes before the game, or any type of, obviously you see the dances and the, the remember the Titans, walk ups, and do y'all have anything like that?
No, I mean, I haven't seen NOLA do it before.
Okay.
As I said, this is my first year here, but
all right, we have 2 days to learn. No,
yeah, I know, right? But no, I mean, personally, if it's a late afternoon game, I like to try and get a nap in during the day. Nothing too specific or anything like that. But no, I mean, we're lucky enough on our home games, we get a pre-match meal, which we all sit in our dining room and chat and eat together and stuff a few hours before the game. But then just music. I like to listen to music before the game. Just nothing that pumps me up, but I like to stay a bit relaxed.
Right.
When I get on the field.
Chill music.
Yeah, a bit of reggae, bit of New Zealand reggae.
Give me a song. I wanna learn New Zealand reggae.
He'll sing it for you.
I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
you actually are not allowed to leave until you sing.
No, we got a cool couple of bands that we listen to. 660.
660.
Yeah, LAB. Who else? We got Catch a Fire. Just to name a few Kiwi bands. If anybody wants to get into some Kiwi reggae, they got some good music.
Do they have this on Apple Music?
They do. Spotify.
All right.
Apple
So how do I
Music,
find
whatever.
this song?
You could probably go on
Go to LAB, L.A.B.
On Apple Music?
Yep.
All right. Type that in. All right. Let's test your taste in music real quick. LAB.
Sir.
L.A.B.
Yep.
What song should I click?
Oh, any really? I mean, they make bangers. So
These guys?
can't go
Bangers,
Wrong.
you say?
Yeah, can't go wrong.
Y-O-Y?
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's a good one. All right, let's hear it.
Love overall. Mash it up.
I can vibe to this.
Yeah,
All right.
It's good music, man.
I don't even need to hear the rest.
there you go. Wait till he starts.
He's a good singer too.
Yeah.
All right. So the Washington football team, who we've been calling the Washington football team, now has a name. They're called the Commanders. And I was just thinking, I really like names that don't end in S, right? Like, I think it's really cool how there's 4 teams in the NBA who don't end in S, right? Jazz, right?
Heat.
The Heat, the Magic, and the Thunder, right? And then you got all these other stupid rugby teams in Major League Rugby that end in S, but we're different, right? Our team doesn't end in S. What would if you had to pick a team, because every NFL team, right, ends in S. If you had to pick a name that didn't end in S for the Washington football team, what would you pick?
I don't know. I like these kind of questions. These get me thinking a bit.
What you got?
Backline over here.
I couldn't even think of that, honestly. Makes me think though.
All right, here's what I want the team name to be. I want there to be a team. I want that team name, any team name, to just be Vibe. Like, let's go Vibe.
Yeah, but it's not Washington.
No, it would not fit in Washington. Exactly. But like, you agree that would be a cool name, or no? Am I stupid?
Maybe the vibe. It's kind of sort of similar to the Jazz, I suppose. Or
Yeah.
It is still weird for me, the Jazz, obviously.
Well, yeah,
leaving
that's
New Orleans,
just
and then-
ridiculous.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
The Utah Jazz.
Yeah, it's stupid.
Did that come from New Orleans at some point?
Yeah.
Oh, they
and they kept the
franchise.
damn name. We're still pretty pissed off about this. Yeah. We should have said, no, I like the gold. But the vibe.
The vibe. You could be the vibe here.
What's the vibe mascot?
It's just like a walking vibe. It's just like a guy with, fancy, I don't know.
Probably might get Cam Dolan out to be the mascot.
Yes,
there,
Cam Dolan would
Cam
be the
Dolan
mascot for the
right
vibe.
there.
Exactly. All right, that's what we're going with. So, out of the three of you, who keeps up with the NFL the most?
Not me.
Not too much. I mean, I like to watch a little bit, but not.
Kane?
I mainly just follow the Saints. And
Do you have a dog in this fight? Would you rather the Bengals or the Rams?
no skin in this game.
No skin in this game. Okay. All right. Well, then that's perfect. I want each of y'all to choose a team out of the Bengals or the Rams.
I'll choose the Rams because I lived in Ohio for a little bit, and my son really loves the Browns
So what does that have to do with the Rams?
because it's not the Bengals, which is the other.
Oh, good point. Good point. Okay. Well, all right. My bad. Rams or Bengals?
Well, my wife's a Rams fan,
Okay.
so I'm gonna go.
Just because she likes LA.
She's from Tennessee.
Okay.
But her dad always used to take her to the St. Louis Rams games. So
That makes sense.
yeah. So,
But they moved from St. Louis to LA.
they did.
Yeah.
They did. So I don't know about that. I don't know how people feel about that.
Yeah.
but I'm
I
cool with it. But
I think so I have a buddy from St. Louis and he does not like the Rams anymore since
Yeah.
they moved. But I'm sure that
Makes
there
sense.
are some people, right? I mean, it would be hard for me if the Saints were to ever move to, let's say
So what do you think
Nebraska.
What do you think about Sean Payton stepping down as the coach of the Saints?
First of all, I like when I get asked questions in the podcast because I'm usually the one asking the questions. I'm very upset. Sean Payton is like who I grew up, watching. I mean, since I was 12 years old, he was the coach of the Saints. So the biggest, I'm very happy for him. I wish he would have gotten one more Super Bowl, but the biggest worry for me is that if he goes to, work in TV and then he comes back and coaches the Dallas Cowboys, he can come back and coach any other team. If he comes back and coaches the Cowboys, Sean Payton and I are not going to be tight anymore.
What if he coached the Falcons?
The fact that you're even thinking about that worries me for the NOLA Gold benefit on Saturday. No, I'm just joking. Yeah, no, that's not going to happen. He would never coach the Falcons. But yeah, if he did, I would just lose my mind. Who's your favorite coach in the NFL? Sean Payton?
Yeah.
Because that's the only team you keep up with?
It is the only team I keep up with.
Awesome.
The dome was great. It's obviously the great atmosphere. I came here and the year that they were so close to the finals when we got robbed in that final, and at the start of it, I wasn't happy because my Sundays of going out and enjoying the atmosphere had gone, and then it just started growing on me more and more. And obviously getting to know the team, watching them on TV and stuff, it's been great. When
you come to watch these guys on Saturday at the Gold Mine on Airline, go as wild as you want, right? Pre-game beforehand, throw some face paint on, go to the NOLA Gold merchandise shop, get your gear, get your swag. And if you want to throw some face paint on, or if you want to paint the house or anything like that, the whole month of February, you can go to Helm Paint and get a free pint. Just walk in, mention Talk Culotta, mention this podcast, get a free pint of paint. You need to coat the walls. You got to add a baby room or something like that. Right here, Helm Paint and Supply. Helm Paint provides quality paint supplies, and equipment for residential jobs, commercial jobs, and interior designers. Go to helmpaint.com or go to any Metro Helm Paint location. Mention Talk Culotta for a free pint. All right, boys. Final thoughts. We're going to do rapid fire. All right. Who would you not let date your sister? on the team?
Oh, Cam Dolan.
Cam Dolan?
Yeah.
Somebody else said Malcolm May.
You gotta. I mean, is kind of a. I don't know. The forwards give a lot of shit to Malcolm. So that's none of the backs stay out of that. I think.
Very well deserved.
Yeah. All right. So Cam Dolan. I wasn't going to ask you this question because you're technically a coach now. So if you don't want to answer it, it's fine.
I'll leave it.
Okay. Who would you not let date your sister?
I got to leave it also.
Okay. All right. Who is the best dressed on the team? You can answer this.
Best dressed.
Easy.
You.
I'll give him a plug. Damien Stevens.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know too much about Damien, but you could be right. Could be this fellow over to your left here.
Okay. I got to pull up the roster here, but I want to know.
Damien wants to know as well. Like he needs a few more Instagram followers. There was obviously a competition for the social media. Biggest influencers on social media for the NOLA, and he wasn't a part of it. So he's trying to step up his game and take it to a new level.
One of our sponsors here on Talk Culotta is H2O Salon and Spa, the best haircut experience you can find. They also do massages here at the location in Metairie, and they have a salon in Mandeville as well. So H2O Salon-spa.com. H2O Salon, best haircut or massage experience you can find. Go there, get shampoo, get the whole works, right? And get the exact hairstyle that you need, sculpted to success for the NOLA Gold rugby team, right? Who has the wildest hair on the team? Or coolest hair?
Kenny Jenkins.
Kenny Jenkins. Let me look this guy up.
If you see him on a Monday, and he's got the coolest.
Oh yeah. Dreads.
Yeah, but on Mondays
he has a specific hairstyle for Monday.
Yeah,
I like this guy already. He should be an influencer for H2O Salon and Spa. Can we make that happen?
I'm sure they could.
He's definitely the male model of the team, so it should be quite an easy job for him.
All right, best or coolest or wildest hair
in the team?
Yes.
Right now, yeah, I'd say Kenny's up there.
Who would be your next best?
Devon Short. He just dyed his hair blonde, so
okay.
And he's got shaved the sides, and he's got this.
Also on Saturday, it might change to someone else because
who knows what they.
There's a few alterations that I think have had to happen throughout the team. So
yeah. Love it.
Saturday you might see
love it.
You might see a couple of hairstyles.
Best, coolest, or wildest hair presented by H2O Salon and Spa.
Matt Harmon has got some very interesting hair going on at the moment. Very Viking-like. I think he watched that program and he's really bought into it. And I don't know, it keeps on changing every week. The sides have gone. It's plaited. There's all sorts going on.
Cornrows.
Who doesn't care about their hair on the team? Who needs a haircut right now that y'all think needs a change?
Oh, Money Tonga. He's got hair. Yeah,
wait, which Tonga?
Money.
Testimony. Okay, that I didn't know that was a nickname. I heard Testimony Tagawia. Is that the correct way to say it?
Yep.
In my first interview with Pat O'Toole and forgetting Eric Howard, and he said Testimony, and then Junior is his brother.
Yep.
That's what y'all call him.
Yep.
Okay. So these two guys play flanker, Testimony, and or center, and then Junior plays center as well. Talk about the role of their positions for me, Coach.
Mons was a center, and he's moved to flanker now and ended up becoming selected to the USA as a flanker. So he's not a center anymore.
Okay.
And the same with Junior. So he was a center. So he's in the early transition into a loose forward. Obviously, both guys with enormous talent.
Yeah.
So they're just making those transitions. Like Mons has obviously made it very well playing for the Eagles last year. And Junior's got the potential to go that far when he starts learning a little bit more. So it's just a slow process. It's always hard, changing positions in a team. but definitely guys with a big future in the game.
What's the most important role of the flanker?
Usually very physical,
Okay.
good tackling, good defensive, and just all round good skills. Really, they bring usually a lot of physicality. They've got good ball skills and got some speed as well. So they're like the hybrid of like a back and a forward. They're tough and they're fast and they've got good skills.
What's the most important role of a center?
Taylor?
He's got to be a hard ball carrier. He's got to have good distribution skills as well. He's got to be able to defend in open spaces. He's got to be a good communicator of the game. He's got to make good, he's got to have that sort of vision decision mindset. See something, make a quick decision, and then communicate that into the game drivers.
Awesome. Is there, the sports book just opened here in New Orleans, in Louisiana. Is there betting in Major League Rugby? Can I bet on the game?
I'm unsure.
I'm unsure. We're pretty new to the whole sports betting thing opening in Louisiana, so I'm not too sure how it works in terms of.
Okay, so I'm asking for myself. If I wanted to bet on who is guaranteed to score for the NOLA Gold Rugby team, who would y'all tell me to pick?
I'd say depending
who's most likely to score,
depending who's starting at hooker.
Yeah,
they've got a good option, a good chance of scoring.
So you would say the position most likely to score is hooker?
That's what I was going for.
No pun intended.
Wingers are always a good chance of scoring.
Sure.
But like in a team like ours, where we're pretty skillful, I think you can
probably won't be the number 3. Probably not. Even though I did dot down for a couple last year, probably not number 3.
There's an inside joke here that I don't really fully get, but that's fine.
No, they're just the big boys,
Okay.
They get one. They get a meat pie. We call them, every 5 years or so. They'll dot down for one.
That's a prop, right?
That's a prop.
1 and 3 are props.
He did get 2 last year, and I've never heard the end of it. So
I love it. All right, final question. Back to who needs a haircut?
Yeah, Mons
needs
a haircut. Shave it off
all the way across.
Probably myself.
All right. Final word to the fan base as we get ready for Saturday's home opener, season opener, NOLA Gold Rugby versus the New England Free Jacks. Saturday night, 8 p.m. at the Gold Mine on Airline. We're going to pack this damn house. We're going to pack this stadium. If we can get 70,000 people at the Dome for a Saints game, we can get 10,000 at the damn Gold Mine on Airline. Best rugby facility in the United States. All right. What's your final word to the fans? And don't just make it something like, come on out. We'll see you out there. All right. Nothing too generic. All right.
Yeah. We got the party shacks open. This is a party city. So come and park up in the party shack, have a few gold beers from Port Orleans, enjoy physicality, quick play on the field. I mean, a high level of athleticism, an amazing spectacle, a brand new team with a new coaching staff and a new outlook on the season. And it's fun. It's family fun as well. So kids, everyone, get down, drink some beers, do high fives with your neighbor, and wear gold.
That was a good message. All right, yeah, I like that. Well, let's give it up for him. Come on. Morgan, by the way, said not legally, so she was probably talking about gambling. So I'm glad we didn't tell. Yeah, I'm glad y'all didn't tell me who's most likely to score. Or maybe she's saying she's telling me on the side you can bet on rugby, but not legally.
No players are allowed to bet on rugby, so no players.
Well, no. I know that. I was asking for myself. All right. So, message to the fans. What you got?
Oh man, I mean, first game of the season. What a better way to start off Mardi Gras than to come out support NOLA Gold. It's going to be a good day. It's going to be fun. A lot of fun. It's going to be King Krewe is going to be out there taking photos with the kids, and Party Shack's going to be open, like T said. Have some a NOLA Gold branded beer now. So
Yes, indeed.
Can have a couple of those with your mates and watch some good footy. It's going to be a fun day.
Hell yeah. What you got, Coach?
I've said it all, but yeah, get into the gift shop, purchase your Mardi Gras t-shirt, support us, and then get there nice and early. The tailgating's one thing about it starts early. The supporters are in nice and early, so get down there, tailgate all the way through to obviously a later game this weekend, and then get on the field and be loud. The fans are massive for us. We hear them, we love them. We love the second line coming in, and the guys really respond. So get loud, get that support going for us, and most of all just get down there and support the Gold, because we're looking forward to getting the season off to a great start.
And if you're looking for a smooth ride to the gold mine on Airline Saturday, you need a used car for a kid who just turned 16. You need an upgrade on your current car. You need a new car. Right now is a fantastic time to go to Royal Honda, where they have 80 pre-owned cars available for immediate delivery and 100 new cars, like the 2022 Honda Pilot EXL, Honda's flagship SUV. Boot Crew Media is driven and powered by Royal Honda at 5600 Veterans Boulevard in Metairie. Visit royalhonda.com to find your new car today. I'm not a paid spokesperson. I'm just a customer who rises and sleeps on upon the blanket of safety that Honda provides.
Just like Kane.
Oh,
yeah. So tell me about this new Honda.
Beautiful car.
What
is magnificent.
Yeah.
Music going. Perfect.
Awesome. All right. We got Taylor Howden, assistant coach, Deveraux Ferris, scrum half, and head coach of the NOLA Gold rugby team, Kane Thompson. I'm Jack Culotta, and I did just mess up that sponsor read, but this is Talk Culotta, presented by Boot Crew Media. Keep talking a lot of sports. Happy Wednesday. And remember, Saturday's a rugby day. Thanks again, boys. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheers. Thanks.